Hotline. To end our show tonight, we're going to be talking with the Northwest Youth Corps. And here representing Northwest Youth Corps, we have Ruby Babekian. Thanks for being here.
Oh, I'm happy to be here.
You are the leadership coordinator for Northwest Youth Corps. Tell me exactly what the Youth Corps does and what your service area is, if you could.
Sure, yeah. Northwest Youth Corps has been around for about 35 years, helping youth all throughout the Pacific Northwest, so Oregon, Washington, and now Idaho as well, get involved with doing service to the environment, so environmental stewardship, essentially. However, our mission is just to get youth and young adults to learn, grow, and experience success.
Yeah, that's rather broad, but what are the ways that you do that?
So we do that through conservation-based work experiences. So we get folks outside, we teach them how to build trails, we teach them how to use various hand tools, chainsaws, and we just teach them how to get engaged with their environment. They go out and they build trails, they do invasive species removal, fuels reduction work. They work with the Forest Service and Bureau of Land Management.
Collaboration with the Forest Service. But these are jobs or volunteer jobs?
They are jobs.
They're paid jobs.
Yeah, paid positions for our youth. They also can get some school credit. So they come out of it with some money in their pocket and school credit. And then our young adult programs are AmeriCorps positions, so they are technically volunteers. But they also get a living allowance
like a stipend kind of thing.
Totally, and money for school, which is great.
Great.
Yeah.
So tell me a little more about the youth program then. How do kids come to your program, and what are the ages of those kids?
Yeah, a lot of kids just hear about us through word of mouth, and we have a lot of partnerships in the community. We work with high schools, we work with community colleges, we work with universities, and we just try to let people know that we're here and what we're doing.
So is it high school age or?
We have programs for kids that are 12 all the way up to age 26. So our younger kids just kind of go out and have adventures and do some service learning. Teens will go out and actually build trails, and then our young adult programs are longer programs. They can be anywhere from 8 weeks to 5 months, and they go out and do the same type of work building trails, but they also get that chainsaw certification, so
I imagine everything that they're learning is something that can be used in life.
Absolutely.
Is that how you kind of see it? Because obviously you're not going to be able to trail everywhere, but the things that you learn, just the actual tangible skills are one thing, but how about what other kinds of things do they learn from this experience?
Yeah, I think that there is a lot to be learned just through unplugging and getting out into the woods and really just learning about yourself. I think that the hard work that we put our youth through really kind of helps empower them and make them realize what they're actually capable of. Because a lot of our programs are hard. I mean, it's hard to live in a tent for 8 weeks, and.
So tell me about this. Are any of these day programs, or are they all overnight? I mean, they're in the woods for 8 weeks or whatever.
Yeah, no, we have both. We have both residential and community-based programs. So our community-based programs, we have youth ones that are just for the summertime. So kids, when I say youth, it's ages 15 to 18. And so they can go out and just learn how to do this type of work, go out and build trails just for during the day, and then they come home at night and they get to sleep in their bed and have weekends off. And then we also have the same sort of thing for young adults as well, where they will work during the day and then have evenings off, so it's more of just a job. And then we have more immersive experiences for folks that are looking to really just sleep outside and try to learn to be self-sufficient in the woods. So
you brought some pictures, and there are some great ones, so I'd like for us to take a look at them, and maybe you can tell us what we're seeing here. But
absolutely,
and what a great place to be, the Pacific Northwest.
Beautiful,
great place to be outdoors. So
let's
see what we've got.
All right. Yeah, so this is one of our chainsaw crews. This is actually a leader. And this was during training, I believe, so they are learning how to operate that chainsaw to do fuels reduction work.
Safely.
Yes, absolutely. This is a couple girls working on a trail, so those are examples of tools that they're using. We have in the back, it's a pickmatic, so it's like a pickaxe, and then in the front, it's a hoe.
Oh.
Yeah.
Looks like hard work.
Yeah,
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah, so this is just one of the really beautiful places that we get to work. It's really great to be able to get outside. Like this is where you're working every day,
Yeah, so I can handle that.
Yeah, right. Here is an example. This is actually from our Portland crew last year. They were camping right outside of town here. I'm not exactly sure where, but nearby.
Oh.
Yeah, this is just another stunning photograph of a crew working on a trail.
Wow. Now, what are these trails used for? Are these for hikers and that kind of thing, or is it used for?
Hiking, biking. We do some equestrian trails. I mean, it's whatever projects that
are needed to be done.
Exactly, yeah.
Oh, the chainsaws.
Yeah, isn't that empowering? Look at her.
Yeah, yeah. I imagine it would be.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, look.
Yeah, so that's a crew all together. Just look how much fun they're having.
I know. They look like
great...
they're just having a blast.
Yeah. Yeah. This is actually in Idaho for our East program, so it's a little bit more deserty than elsewhere, but they're just out there building trails. So that's a walking trail. You can tell because it's a little bit thinner.
Oh, okay. Okay.
They're moving a big rock. So we have a lot of technical work too. I mean, you get out there and you really learn how to use different equipment and.
Good stuff to have on a resume.
Absolutely,
right?
Yeah, job skills. That's some rock work, which is my personal favorite.
I love that.
Yeah.
Is that you like doing that?
I do, yeah. And that's just a great shot of a van and.
Is that the van that would transport them out like for day jobs?
Yep.
That's great.
And that's not ours.
Yeah. That's great. So when you say the rock, working with the rock is your favorite, have you done most of those jobs yourself?
Yeah, I did a youth corps program with a different organization, and that's kind of how I just fell in love with the work that we were doing, and I really learned so much about myself and what was important to me.
Is that what you think most kids get out of that? The kids, especially that are going, or adults too, I imagine, going into that program, they must learn a lot about themselves. What kinds of things did you find out about yourself?
Yeah,
that you're willing to share.
Sure, yeah. I think I just realized that I value simplicity.
Oh.
And that I really care a lot about working with my hands, and it's important to me to see like an impact, that I'm having an impact on the world around me.
Right.
And I think that a lot of kids and young adults alike get that, because you see the work that you're doing from day to day, and it's tangible, and that's just really fulfilling.
I'm sure that it is. It looks like they work in teams too. So is that part of it, learning to work in a team? Because not everybody can do that very well.
Yes, absolutely. Community, we're all about community. A lot of our crews, we have crews that are just 5 people together, up to 8 folks together. So they're small groups, and you are working in really strenuous, tough environments. So, a lot of times things come up and you really learn from one another, and it really takes like a pretty intense degree of support and community. So
that
absolutely.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
I imagine that a lot of people also get a kind of a feel for how much they're capable of.
Yes,
Yeah,
exactly.
I know. Yeah. I don't think myself is very strong or, with a lot of stamina, but if you're getting out there and doing something like that, you might find things out about yourself you didn't really realize you were capable of.
And that's exactly, what happened to me as well. It's like I kind of did it for the sake of, what am I capable of? What can I do?
Challenge to yourself, maybe.
Yeah,
That's great. So what do you, so if people are interested in being part of this program, or have a child they think might be interested in doing that or whatever, what do they need to do? And what do you have available this summer? Yeah,
so we have quite a bit available for both youth and young adults. The best advice I have is just go to our website. We list all of our openings on there. And we hire about 700 youth a year and 200 young adults. So there's kind of stuff going on all the time.
That's a lot. Okay.
Yeah.
So say if I were 16 years old and I had nothing going on this summer, but mom and dad have been nagging me to get something going this summer, could I go ahead and contact you through the
Yes, so you just go to our website, nwyouthcorps.org, and then there's a flashing link up in the right-hand corner that says Join NYC, exactly, and you click on that and you create a username and password, and then you just kind of fill out the information there, and someone will contact you directly.
So what's involved in, say I was going to be on a day project or even an overnight one, and I was going to be learning to build or to build trails or whatever.
Right.
Is there a training period they go through before they go out there, or
Yes.
how does that work?
Yeah, so we have a big orientation day where everybody kind of comes together on day one, and then if you are a camping crew, you go out with your crew, and the first week or so is training.
Okay.
As far as our young adult programs are concerned, because they do have that chainsaw piece, it's a little bit more intensive.
Right.
Like there are certain things like classroom time and field time, whereas our other programs you can kind of learn by doing.
Do you find that the experience they get does help people get jobs later?
Yes, so in particular with our AmeriCorps programs, which are those young adult programs, 19 to 26, that's what they're designed for. They're really, have been developed to give people the skills they need to move into entry-level jobs in the field of natural resource management.
Great.
Yeah.
Great. That's wonderful. And I imagine that, like we were talking about, the skills are not just learning how to build a trail.
Right. It's hard and soft skills, conflict resolution, how to work with others effectively. I mean, the possibilities are endless. But as far as hard skills, a lot of folks move into wildland firefighting is a huge step forward from us because you are learning how to use a chainsaw and how to use all of those hand tools. And then, there are also trail building opportunities with the Forest Service and things like that.
If people don't use what they learn to get into a job, what kind of things do they take with them they can use otherwise in life?
I think effective communication skills, that's huge.
Which is something a lot of us don't have very good, communication skills.
Right, working with diverse groups of people because kind of a lot of people join us that come from all over the place, and you're being put in a group with folks that you normally wouldn't interact with. So that's
good.
huge.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
So you also, we're just about out of time, but the positions that you have available, when do they start?
So we have positions for young adults in Portland starting June 20th.
Okay.
Yeah, and those programs are 5 months. They run until November 18th.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, and we also have some in Eugene and Bend, which are the same amount of time.
Okay. And then there was something I read about a Native American Conservation Corps. Tell me what that is.
Yeah, we're really excited about the Native American Conservation Corps. We're really trying to get American Indians involved in stewardship of their own land. So a lot of the projects it's a team of 5. We're looking for 5 folks that come from tribal nations that want to reconnect with the world around them and work on their own.
So this is a brand new project then?
Yeah, this is our 2nd year running it. Yeah.
Okay, great. So you're looking for people to be involved in that?
Absolutely.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else that we should know about Northwest Youth Corps that we might not know?
Just that it's an amazing experience, and I would recommend it to anybody.
Whether or not they want to go into the field of conservation or not.
Right. Yeah, it's meaningful no matter what your goals are.
Great. Super. Thank you so much, Ruby. I really appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
You bet. And thanks for staying and watching Community Hotline tonight. Northwest Youth Corps has some amazing opportunities for kids and young adults, so do check it out. It might be just the thing you need for the summer. Yes. And I'm Monica Weitzel. We'll be here next week. We'll see you then.
community media is to us is literally our lifeline to what's going on in the lives around us.
The absolute most important thing that happens in your neighborhood.
People's local communities are usually what's most important to them.
Because we're the faces, the smiles, the peoples, and the personalities of the community.
To not only give people a voice, but to have their voice heard.